What's up and welcome back to the Wasatch Front Living YouTube channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at Provo, Utah and the different types of homes that you're going to be able to afford down there. We're also just going to take a brief look at some demographics and other cool things about Provo so that you can get a good idea just in case you're looking at buying a home down there. Just want to say thank you again for joining us today on the Wasatch Front Living YouTube channel and joining this video specifically about Provo. But if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the cool videos that we put out. Because we do videos all over the Wasatch Front, we do market updates and other things that are going on in the community as well. So if you don't want to miss out on what's going on in the Utah real estate market and the Wasatch Front as a whole, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into what Provo, Utah is like. We'll start out with location first. So Provo is located in Utah County and is kind of the big main city there in Utah County. Kind of like Salt Lake City is up in Salt Lake County. Another cool thing about the location of Provo is you have Utah Lake there, as well as a big university in BYU. You're also a very short commute away from Silicon Slopes, so if you have a nice corporate job up there, the drive is only about 20 or so minutes. You also have great access up into the canyon, so the location of Provo is really, really awesome. Alright, on to average home price down there in Provo. So the average home price is about $350,000. What's so crazy about that the appreciation over the last year has been almost 29%, which is just wild. But at $350,000, what you can expect to get down in Provo is kind of an original built home. So you're talking about 1,500 to 2,000 square feet because they didn't build as big of homes back then, not at least in a huge bunches like they do now. About a quarter-acre lot, and like I was saying, it's going to be most likely in original condition or close to. So it's still a nice starter home, but nothing fancy. So Provo has some really great amenities in the entertainment department. It has great access, like most of Utah does, to outdoor activities, but kind of what I was alluding to in the beginning is you have Utah Lake right there, Provo Canyon really, really close. And so at Utah Lake, you're going to get a ton of boating and recreational activities like that. And then as you head towards the East Bench, you can go up and do hiking trails, and there's the Provo Gun Club up in the mountains there as well. And then BYU itself offers sport activities like basketball, football, women's volleyball, men's volleyball, etc., etc. So lots of stuff to do, and especially because it's kind of a college town, you're going to get a lot in the way of entertainment centers, bowling, and all those other types of things that you can enjoy and take advantage of because of the local scene. All right, let's go ahead and talk about some of the work opportunities that Provo provides people that live there. So like most cities, at least in the Wasatch Front, you're going to have all of the normal retail, box store, and other jobs like that you'll find in most places. But what's cool about Provo is they also offer those more career-driven, higher-paying jobs right there in Provo as well. So along those, there's kind of on this graphic that you can see is Nu Skin, which is kind of like a multi-level marketing company. Qualtrics is tech. There's Filevine and a few of those other ones. And then as well as along with BYU for the educational, you have Timpview High School and other local schools for the education department as far as jobs go. And then there's a couple hospitals, but more specifically, there's a big Intermountain Healthcare Hospital right there in the heart of Provo that offers lots and lots of jobs. So great opportunities to live in Provo and also work in Provo. All right, lastly, let's go ahead and dive into a little bit of the demographic of Provo. So let's take a look at the median household income. We're at about 46 grand, and it's been seeing growth over the past years, and it continues to grow. Something good about Utah is that it's very business friendly, so there's a lot of small businesses that stimulate the economy, that even in hard times, Utah's economy seems to be doing good. Another thing to note about Provo is that there's a higher percentage of renters just because it's a college town, so you're not going to get as many owners, obviously, as renters because of the huge amount of kids that are going to BYU and some that are going as well to UVU, but that still live in the Provo area. So that's a big contributor to that. Another thing to note is that Provo is mostly made up of white people, which kind of goes with most of Utah. So there's no surprise there, but a large percentage of that is whites, and then you do get a mix of the next two of the Hispanic races. So that's kind of the makeup and a little bit of the demographic of Provo, Utah. Okay, so we're going to be taking a look at a few housing options here in Provo, Utah. So again, Provo is located in the southern part of northern Utah here. You can see Salt Lake, and then it goes up to Ogden up there, and then Logan above that. So Provo sits right next to Utah Lake, so that's an awesome amenity that people love to live here for. But back to the housing prices. So we're going to just go from the bottoms into the 2 range all the way up into the 2.5 range, and then look at the most expensive house in Provo. So let's go take a look. So the first listing we're looking at is at 235. It's a condo, and pretty much anywhere other than Ogden and a few other places, you're going to find that 235 price is going to get you something like a condo. You don't find a lot of homes for sale in that price range, at least not in the Wasatch Front. But you're 1,000 square feet, single floor, 3 bed, 1.5 baths. So pretty typical for that price range. And then, as always with condos, you're going to have an HOA, and it's usually going to be pretty high. So this one's $225 a month. Next one up is in the $379 range. So this is actually the average home price in Provo. Provo has a lot of variance in the prices because it's a bigger city, so there's a lot more product to choose from. But this is the average home price, and this is kind of the average home in Provo. It's a kind of the original house that was there, usually on around a 1/4 acre of a lot right there, and around anywhere from 15 to 2,200 square feet, but usually below 2,000 square feet. So this one in particular is just pretty much right at 2,000 square feet, 4 bed, 2 bath, with a finished basement. You can look through a few of these pictures. I mean, it's a nice lot, nice piece of land, and that's what you're going to see a lot of times. Nice piece of land. The house is just very run-of-the-mill, especially when it's the original stuff and not updated. Okay, on to the next level, we're at the $499 price range. So this is actually a new construction, so you're not going to get a lot of pictures and fill, but what you would get in the end product is just under 3,700 square feet. Obviously, it's new construction, so no finished basement there. You're sitting on just under a 1/4 acre of land at 0.18, and that's pretty awesome, because a lot of new construction, the new wave is smaller lot, more house. So this one, you're getting actually a pretty big lot and a big house, and it's in a decent location within Provo. So awesome piece of property there, and that's what you can expect to get in that 500 price range in Provo. Now we're going to jump up to the 659 range. So increase the square footage just a tiny bit. We're at a fully finished basement, and the lot size is actually a little bit bigger, built in 2006. Let's take a look at a few of these pictures. Lots of living space for dining. You have separate living. You have a very big kitchen, lots of counter space, etc., etc. 2006 though, so you can tell with that paint color and the trims, a little bit darker as far as the trims and things like that, as opposed to the modern feel that people like. Very nice house though, and very typical of what you'll see in that price range. All right, next step up, as you can see with this front picture, very classic home there with an awesome view. Up in this price range, you're going to be up into the Upper East Bench in Provo. A lot of those properties up there is where the expensive property in Provo is. Not all of it, but a large portion of it. So at that 744 price range, you have 5,000 square feet, fully finished basement, 2-car garage, built in 2004, and it's on a 0.3 acre lot. So that's the biggest lot we've seen. Let's go ahead and take a look at a few of these pictures. Nothing too crazy on the inside. Again, it's early 2000s, so the paint colors and the trim colors and everything like that are going to be far away from what a lot of people like nowadays. But what's so easy about these things, it's merely cosmetic. fresh coat of paint, and other things like that just absolutely change the feel of a home. But that's what you're buying right there, is that view. Pretty awesome. Okay, up to the next level here, 930 grand. Let's go there. So this is actually a townhome, which is the strange thing. You're at 50 to 5,300 square feet. Built in 2009, so since it's a townhome, you're not going to have a very big lot at all. But again, we're talking Upper East Bench, and so I just wanted to show this one as a difference in this price range. But the view, as you can tell, is what you're paying for. You're paying for the exclusivity of where you're living, and also the finishes. You have that steel railing with the ornamented wood. So again, 5,300 square feet, 100% finished basement, 3-bed, just about 2 1/4, 2.5 bath when it all combined. And you're also in a gated community. So the HOA there, $400 a month, pretty steep, as well as the estimated taxes, pretty steep. Next level up, so this is in another gated community in the Upper East edge of Provo. It's $1,790,000. It was built in 1996. You're on a 0.66 acre lot and a 10,000 square foot house with a 75% finished basement, 3-car garage. So all the big things that you look for in a state home like this are going to be checked with this house. Obviously, you're going to have that big grand staircase that those big 10,000 square foot homes usually have. You're going to have all of the nice finishes. Obviously, it's a little dated because of the date it was built, but that's just to be expected. But you're here in a gated community. You're in a prestigious part of Provo, so you're paying for location, paying for the gated community that you live in, and obviously you're paying for all the finishes that are in the house, even though they are a little dated. All right, on to the next one. So we're just under 3 at $2,949,000 here for this. So 100% finished basement, 4-car garage, a 3/4 of an acre lot, built in 2002, and you're again in a gated community, and you're paying that HOA fee, but at this price point, that's not a whole lot. But you're in 16,000 square feet, so much more house than I think anyone would ever need. But these are some of the types of properties that you see in Provo, especially in the Upper East. Very prestigious place to be, and you see quite a few homes like this. Again, this huge house, you usually see these winding staircases. Looks like they've upgraded the flooring on this one and modernized it just a bit so that it doesn't feel so dated when you walked in. Different colors in each room, very modern colors. You got the gray, you got the blues, gray cabinetry with the white and blue accents. But awesome home, awesome location. And again, not for everyone, but if you're looking for a mansion in Provo, here's one for you. And now we're going to just cap it off with the most expensive property in Provo. It's at $25 million. And if your jaw drops to the floor, you're right. Built in 2003, you're on 18, almost 19 acres, an 11-car garage. You can fit 50 cars on the parking spaces there. And it is just barely shy of 22,000 square feet. So absolutely insane. It's right up, pretty sure it has its own private lake, and many accessory buildings. We'll go ahead and take a look at a few of the pictures. Obviously, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. So lacking nothing at this price point. And you better not be if you're paying $25 million, right? Again, the huge grand staircase opening. This property is located over, actually not in the Upper East, but more out towards Utah Lake in a place called Lakeview. But absolutely gorgeous, beautiful home. But that is what you can expect in all those different price ranges living in Provo, Utah. And that's just one more quick glimpse at where Provo is located. Again, below Salt Lake City, about 30-40 minutes south of Salt Lake City. Thank you again so much for joining us today and learning a little bit more about Provo and the different types of homes that you can purchase down there. I hope you also learned a little bit about what Provo is about and the type of people that live there, and kind of get a little bit of a vibe for what Provo, Utah is like. If you have any more questions that I didn't talk about during this video, please just go ahead and drop a comment there, or you can reach out to me, text me, email me, whatever. I'd be happy to talk about it. Other than that, go subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on our next video. Thanks for watching.